Have you ever paused to wonder why, despite eating a balanced diet, staying active, and taking all the right supplements, your legs still feel like they're losing strength? Maybe climbing the stairs leaves you breathless, or standing from a chair feels more like a chore than it used to. You might chalk it up to just getting older, but what if there's another culprit at work, one you've never suspected? In recent years, researchers have uncovered a startling truth. 2 vitamins that many seniors take for granted may actually be contributing to leg weakness, joint stiffness, and vague discomfort. On top of that, certain fruits, long hailed as pillars of a healthy diet, can quietly inflame your muscles and joints, making every step a little harder. Taken together, these hidden nutritional traps can undermine your mobility and independence without a single warning signal. Let's start with vitamin A. Essential in small amounts for vision and immune health, vitamin A resides in fatty tissues and the liver. But after age 60, your body's ability to regulate and store this fat-soluble vitamin shifts dramatically. If you're taking a high-dose supplement or loading up on cod liver oil, fortified cereals, or vision formulas, you may be indulging in a dose that's far above what your aging body can handle. Over months or years, the excess builds up, triggering low-grade inflammation in your muscles and joints. You may notice subtle aches in your thighs or calves, or a stubborn stiffness when you stand up. That nagging hip discomfort, often an early warning sign of hypervitaminosis A, the toxic overload of vitamin A. As the inflammation spreads, it blocks your muscles' ability to contract and relax smoothly, draining the power from your legs, one step at a time. Next up, vitamin E. Like vitamin A, E is fat-soluble, designed to be stored rather than excreted when you take more than you need. In moderation, it acts as an antioxidant. But in excess, especially from high-dose tablets or anti-aging supplements, it can interfere with your muscles' natural repair processes. Excessive vitamin E thins your blood and disrupts the delicate, inflammatory signals that your muscles rely on to heal after exertion. The result? Longer recovery times, increased bruising, and a persistent sense of heaviness in your calves and ankles. Instead of bouncing back after a brisk walk, you find yourself hobbling, wincing, and wondering why your legs won't cooperate the way they once did. If these warnings about vitamins seem unsettling, brace yourself. Certain fruits, those we trust without question, can deliver just as much hidden damage. Take pineapple, for instance, which contains bromelain. You've probably heard how bromelain fights inflammation, so you sprinkle fresh pineapple on your morning cereal. But for many seniors, the fruit's natural sugars and strong acids can do more harm than good. Sudden blood sugar spikes damage the tiny vessels that nourish your leg muscles, while the fruit's acidity irritates already tender joints. The combined effect is slow burn inflammation and compromised circulation, leaving you with swollen ankles and that signature dull ache in your shins. Bananas are a similar surprise. Brimming with potassium, they're often touted as a cure for cramps, yet their high glycemic load sends your blood sugar soaring, triggering insulin resistance and eventually sluggish circulation in your legs. Coupled with fluid retention, another side effect of excessive potassium, you end up with puffy calves, stiff knees, and a constant sensation of heaviness. If you felt your legs drag after enjoying muscle-boosting bananas, you're not alone. Your body is struggling to manage that sugar surge. And what about grapes? Tiny and sweet, they slip down like candy, but they're loaded with fructose. In younger bodies, a modest amount of fructose might not pose a problem. After 60, however, the liver's ability to process fructose diminishes, leading to elevated uric acid levels. Over time, uric acid crystals can deposit in your joints, especially in your toes, ankles, and knees, causing intermittent burning, swelling, and stiffness that make walking feel as though you're crunching on gravel. That innocent handful of grapes becomes yet another hidden offender in your pursuit of health. Then there's watermelon, the symbol of summer hydration. With its high glycemic index, it sends blood sugar on a roller coaster ride, followed by a crash that leaves your muscles starved for fuel. Meanwhile, the sheer volume most of us consume can overwhelm your fragile circulation, resulting in swollen feet and that unmistakable tightness in your calves that makes every step a struggle. Because watermelon tastes light and watery, we often eat twice as much as we would of other fruits, and twice the metabolic stress on our leg muscles. Oranges and other citrus fruits bring their own sneaky concerns. Packed with citric acid, they play havoc with sensitive joints, especially if you already suffer from arthritis or low-grade inflammation. Over time, that acid can exacerbate existing joint pain, leaving you with a persistent ache around your kneecaps and along your hip flexors. When mixed with the fruit's natural sugars, it creates a potent recipe for frequent blood sugar spikes, prolonged inflammation, and legs that cry out for relief after standing too long. Even so-called low-sugar fruits like green apples and pears can contribute to the problem. Green apples' malic acid irritates already inflamed tissues, while their rapidly absorbed sugars deliver a quick spike to your bloodstream. Pears, though slightly gentler, still contain enough sugar and fiber to tax an aging metabolism and throw off the careful balance your leg muscles need to stay strong and responsive. Finally, we come to mangoes, the tropical giants of natural sugar. Delightfully sweet and utterly irresistible, mangoes can send your blood sugar skyrocketing, overwhelming your insulin response and igniting inflammation deep within your joints. If you've noticed burning sensations in your calves at night or sudden stiffness in your knees after a fruit salad, mangoes might be the culprit you least suspected. Now that you know which fruits to avoid, what's the path forward? Fortunately, there are delicious leg-friendly options that soothe rather than sap your strength. Berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries are packed with antioxidants and fiber, with a gentler impact on your blood sugar. Cherries, in moderation, help lower uric acid and soothe joint pain. Avocados provide heart-healthy fats that cushion your joints and regulate insulin. Papayas and kiwi offer gentle, enzyme-rich nourishment without the sugar overload. And stone fruits like peaches, when eaten sparingly and paired with protein or healthy fats, can provide a satisfying taste of summer without the steep price on your mobility. By pruning out the too overzealous vitamins and swapping those high-sugar, high-acid fruits for these gentler alternatives, you'll begin to feel a remarkable shift. Less stiffness in the morning, fewer aches in your calves and knees, and a renewed spring in your step. Your legs will thank you with every lighter, steadier stride. If you found yourself nodding along, please tap that like button and subscribe for more insights that challenge conventional wisdom so you can keep living life on your own 2 feet. And before you go, let me know in the comments, which of these fruits surprised you the most? Which changes will you make first to protect your strength, preserve your balance, and reclaim your independence? Your feedback helps us all walk forward, stronger, healthier, and a little wiser.